Jamal wants to buy 10 pens, each costing 5 rupees. How much money will he need to buy the pens? Jamal will need 50 rupees. How do we find the answer? We can find the answer in two ways. Either we add 5 10 times, or we simply multiply 5 and 10. In both cases, we are using the method of repeated addition. The second method is called multiplication. When we multiply numbers, we use the multiplication sign. Let's take a look at a few examples to explain the concept of multiplication further. Let's take 125 times 5. This is a 3-digit number times a single-digit number. First, place the numbers on top of each other. In multiplication, the order of numbers does not matter. This means we can put whichever number on top or at the bottom. But it is better to put the bigger number on top to make multiplication easier. We draw a line so that the answer can go below. We write the multiplication sign over here on the left to show that we're multiplying these numbers. We break this problem into small multiplication steps. These steps involve multiplying the digits in the top number by digits in the bottom number. Since we have 1 digit at the bottom and 3 digits at the top, we will have 3 multiplication steps, starting by multiplying 5 with digits in the ones, tens, and hundreds column. For step 1, we multiply the digit 5 with digit 5 in the ones place of the top number. We always start with the ones place and move to the left. 5 times 5 results in 25. We have got a double-digit number that we cannot write in the ones place, since 2 is in the tens place of the answer. What should we do? When we get a double-digit number, we carry over the first digit, in this case 2, to the top of the next column. Similarly, in step 2, we multiply 5 with 2 to get the product 10. But what about the number that we carried over from the last step? That number will be added to 10 to give us 12. Again, we will write 2 in the tens place and carry over 1 to the hundreds place. Now, for the last step, we have 5 times 1, which is just 5. Also, we add the number 1 to 5 that we carried over from the previous step. So, the final answer is 625. By using this method, we can multiply numbers with 3 or more digits by a single digit number. Moving on, we will look at one more example. Just like the previous problem, we align the digits according to their place values. We have a 4-digit number at the top and a double-digit number at the bottom. Just like before, we will multiply each digit of the number at the bottom with each digit of the number at the top. Now, let's multiply. Since we have a 4-digit number at the top, we will have 4 steps to complete. In the first step, we will multiply 6 and 4, and that will give us 24. Write 4 in the ones place of the answer and carry over 2. For the second step, the product of 6 times 2 is 12, and adding 2 to the answer results in 14. Write 4 and carry over 1. In step 3, 6 times 3 results in 18. Adding 1 gives us 19. Again, write 9 in the hundreds place and carry 1 to the thousands place. In the last step, we multiply 6 with 1 and add 1 that we carried over from the previous step. This is the answer that we got for the first digit of the bottom number. Now, we will repeat the same multiplication steps for the second digit of the number at the bottom. This means that we will get another answer line. But there is one important point. Since the digit in the bottom number is at the tens place, its value is actually 40 and not 4. This means it's 10 times bigger than 4. So, the answer that we get should also be 10 times bigger. Therefore, before starting multiplication, we put a 0 here, so that the answer is 10 times bigger. It means that all other digits will shift to the next number place. Likewise, if the bottom number has a third digit, we will have a third answer line, and we will shift the answer line by 2 zeros to the left, as it will be 100 times bigger than the digits in the hundreds place of the bottom number. We will repeat the same process for numbers having more than 4 digits. After repeating the same 4 multiplication steps, we get this answer. Finally, we add these two answers to get the product of 1,324 and 46, which is 60,904. Now, look at these examples. What do you observe? The whole numbers are multiplied by 1. This has not changed the products. In other words, multiplying any whole number by 1 does not result in any change. Hence, 1 is called the multiplicative identity. In this video, we learnt about multiplication and the multiplicative identity. The basic idea behind multiplication is repeated addition. While multiplying two numbers, we take one digit of the bottom number and multiply it with each digit of the top number. When we have numbers that are greater than the single-digit number at the bottom, we multiply each digit individually with digits at the top, and answers are added together to get the product of the given numbers. We also learnt about the multiplicative identity. When 1 is multiplied with a given number, the number stays the same.